Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dragon's Den. We had a little technical difficulty. It decided to thunderstorm in my area, and it just completely knocked out my internet for that. So sorry about that. Luckily, the griffin did not kill us, so we can regroup. Oh no, where's my body? I hear my body. Oh, the stairs. Let's call my bird. That awkward moment when you can hear a bird flapping but you can't see it. Go to the side. Ah, there you are, my friend. Let me take a look at you. You didn't get hurt by that big bad meanie griffin, did you? Ah, that's good. I should give you a snack. Ah, we are famished. Come now, here. Let's go home and cook us some food. We'll have to battle a griffin another day. We got any delectable treats cooked up? No. We did get a spy special in yesterday. Looks like we're gonna have to make a campfire. Back to a patio. Oh, hey, sheepy. Forgot you out here. No fire? Must be something I make in my inventory. Oh, it is. Need some flint. Stone and hash. There's some stone, wood, and hash here. Let's just grab us some berries so we don't starve to death while we make this campfire. Yum, 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 yum. Tasty, good berry pew. That should hold me over. At least it wasn't an Uncle Berry Brew. We may have some sleeping on our hands if we did that. I do love my Knuckleberry Brew. It's very tasteful, but it has awful side effects. Very awful side effects indeed. Drink too much of that potent black, yummy, tasty to my tongue view, and I'm out like a light, as fast as the wind can pass through my fingertips. And get us some thatch and we can make us a campfire. I'm so surprised I don't have one up here already. Should we get a book and read a story along the campfire? Sounds like a great idea. I think this is the one. Nope, it's not the one. I wish you could put titles on the outside of these books. Ah, here it is. Cook us some good old boiled. Some chairs on the campfire here. Get this cooking. Oh, there we go. Put away this torch thingy now. Nothing like a good old campfire. Why don't we read a story while the food cooks? Dragon Riders of the Abyss. Yeah, that's us. We're a crazy group of people, but you know, it's kind of funny how it all started out. The wind blew as Dragon looked out the window into the starry night. The night was cold and the food was, well, far out of reach. We never did have much in our day. Her grandparents was doing the best they could, but the lands has become too dry to grow crops. And with little rain in sight, this looked to be another hard year for them. Yeah, every year was hard for us. Dragon just turned 18. I remember that birthday. I think I got 2 lima beans on a plate. The time when most children learn the ways of their people. Just as her father had not returned from the war. And she had only heard stories of her mother, stories that only told of how her father was left to raise her after her mother died, giving birth to her. I continued to look out my window into the starry night in hopes of one day seeing my father's ships sail into port, and I could finally hug him once more. I was dreaming every day for that. Those days. Those are the times. I didn't have to worry about a thing. There wasn't much, but it was home. I would do anything to hear his stories of fighting pirates and slaying dragons. I always got yelled at by my grandpa when I would talk about one of my father's stories. Over dinner, of bread and water. It was not much, but it kept us alive. He would always say, "Go, your father is making all that up. There is no such thing as dragons." But I never lost faith. I always thought there was dragons. My grandpa was so mortified by the word dragon that he wouldn't even call me by my own name. So that alone told me that they were real. He didn't have to tell me anything. The next morning came early. Dragon, my mother yelled, from the end of my hammock as she pushed me out of it onto the cold wooden floor. I remember how cold that wooden floor was. It was like an ice cube. Hitting it was like hitting a block of ice at this time of day. I jumped up onto my feet as I said good morning to my grandma. Dragon, I would need you to go to the shop in town and get some more wheat seeds. Your grandpa thinks this year will be the year that we have rain to grow. I slipped on my boots and grabbed my arrows and bow. You never could be safe. Could be too safe out here. Dragon kissed her grandma on the cheek as she set off to the port town that she visited every weekend, hoping to see her father's ship come back from war. Dragon has grown into a beautiful woman with red hair that felt like silk from the years of washing it in coconut water. Although Dragon was a woman, her grandpa knew one day she would have to learn of her past and why her mother and father named her Dragon the Asgarians. It was a 2 days walk to the harbor, but I made it in a day run. That is why my grandma sent me and not my grandpa. Got a little typo there. Well, he would just get lost, and my grandma would have to send me out on a quest to find him. I would usually find him miles off path and drunker than an old fart in one of the harbor bars. As Dragon reached the town, the wind blew her long hair as it came off the sea from the north. As she looked over the rail of the dock in the harbor, the day was hot and dry, but the wind kept her cold while she waited for the ships to arrive. Thank you, my friend, for the follow. Thank you so much. Very appreciative. Forgetting why she was here in the first place, she waited, praying that this was the day that her father was finally going to be on one of the warships coming back into port today. Was he ever going to return to me? I thought that every day, looking over that rail. Every weekend. I was sick of living with my grandparents. They didn't know how to have fun, and they had no sense of adventure. They always told about how it would get you killed or in trouble. It was really forbidden to talk about any kind of it around them. But I couldn't help but talk about the stories of dragons around the dinner table, just to hear my grandpa yell and call me a girl. He was not happy that my parents named me Dragon. I was a bit curious about that myself. That was just one of the many things I didn't know about my past. I prayed that this would be the day that my life would finally be changing. Every night I would read the letters he wrote me of how he was fighting sea monsters and slaying dragons. They were all great adventures. I cherished every one he sent to me. One day I want to have great adventures just like my father. I couldn't wait for him to come back to me so he could tell me some more of his great adventures. It was almost noon the next day. Before I saw the ships coming in to view off the horizon. I started to tear up because I knew it was getting close to the time for the ships to be here. I couldn't wait to put my arms around him and give him the biggest hug ever. It was long overdue. Before long, the tall ships started to dock. They sounded their bells as they pulled into the docks. Then, in the distance, I heard my name, Dragon! Hoping to see my father, I looked around the dock to see a tall shadow running towards me. As the shadow came into view, I saw it was only my grandpa. You worried us when you didn't come home last night. Sorry, sir, I replied as I jumped on the back of my grandpa's wagon. When we began the trip home, but before we started out of town, we heard someone call as they ran after us saying, Dad, stop! My grandpa stopped the wagon, and I turned my head to see the man come into view. Dragon jumped off the wagon and ran as fast as she could to him. He scooped her up and gave her the biggest hug ever. They started to tear up and cry because they thought they would never see each other again. War was deadly, and you never know if they was going to come home once they set sail. After a short reunion, we walked up to the dock and jumped back up on the back of the wagon, and down the road we went to my grandparents' house, of course. It was a small house, had a few rooms, a bathroom, and a kitchen. Nothing really special. The white interior bloomed with great brightness. You almost needed sunglasses in that place. I tell you what, I don't miss the brightness of my grandparents' place. As we walked into the house, my grandmother ran over. 66, Garrison, it is so nice to see that you have come home safely to me. My father kissed his mother on the head as she told us to go wash up before our supper got cold. Over supper, my grandfather thanked his parents for taking good care of me and told them that the war was over for him and it was time for him to take me home. It was set. I was getting to go home. Most of my life was living with my grandparents, for my father was out at war. But this time, we were finally going home. I was finally getting to step foot back into my room. I haven't been home since my father left for war. Soon after my mother died, giving birth to me, so I never got to meet her and get to know her, get to know that side of my family. You know, something I never got to do, and my father wouldn't talk about it. It was pointless even trying to get him to talk. My father was harder than a rock when it came to getting him to do something he didn't want to do. That side of my life is a mystery that I dream about getting to understand and know one day. The next morning came early. As the sun hit my face, I jumped out of my hammock and quickly got my things together. As I started down the hall, I could hear my grandparents and my father talking. I stopped to listen to them. As you should. Are you sure it is safe to go back home, dear? They asked my father. The war is over, Mother, and it has been so long. It is time for my daughter to be able to get to have time with me and to get out and see the world. It's a big place, and she deserves to see it. Just as I was about to creep my way into the kitchen where they were talking at, my grandmother yelled, "Dragon, come on and eat before it gets cold." Swoo! I just knew she saw me trying to listen in to what they was talking about. I quickly ate my grits and bread and washed my plate off. Soon after we ate, we said our goodbyes, and we were off. Down the road we walked till we made it into the harbor. The smell of the salt and the sand hit my face as I walked down the pier to the ships. My father stopped and talked to a tall man that looked like he had seen his fair share of war in his days. I kept close to my father's side as he talked to the man about buying a ship. Soon we set sail, sailing away from everything I knew. I ran up to the side of the ship and looked over at the town. As it got smaller to see, it hit me. This was not a dream anymore. I was finally getting to have adventures just like my father. After a few hours of sailing, my father came over to me. "Dragon? How are you doing?" he asked, in a deep voice. But before I can reply, the sky began to turn dark, and the waves became rough. I remember that day all too well. My father grabbed me and took me down below deck to a room with a bed and a small window, and told me to stay here till the storm passed. My father returned topside to help out. I walked over to the bed and sat on the edge and picked up one of the books to read. It was a book about people that had the power to talk to dragons. Can you believe that? People being able to talk to dragons? I thought it was impossible too. I began to read, and before long, I was fast asleep on the bed. Sleeping like a baby dragon right on this bed. Meanwhile, up on deck, my father climbed up the main mast of the ship to help tie down the sails so they wouldn't get damaged in the high winds. My father, always trying to be a hero. The storm was not like any of the storms he's ever had seen before. Any of the storms that he had been through before. Soon as my father secured the sails, he slipped down the mast, but right before his feet hit the deck, a huge shadow came up out of the ocean, overtook the ship. The ship crew was frozen in fear from the sight of the mighty sea witch of the sea. evermore Darkmore. All that commotion, Dragon woke up and jumped to her feet and ran up topside as evermore Darkmore slammed her long tentacles across the deck, cracking the hull and letting water in. Dragon watched as her amazing day turned into a nightmare that she only knew from the made-up stories from the books that her grandma read to her before bed. But this time, it was real. And she knew this wasn't going to end good at all. "Run, Dragon! Get out of here!" my father yelled as Edmure Darkmore called out to my father. Called out my father's name. "Senator Garrison, you will pay if you don't hand over the girl." I was confused by her words. "I will never let you lay a hand on my daughter." The words of my father enraged Evermore Darkmore as she cast a dark cloud over the ship. As she slammed her long tentacles across the hull, smashing the ship into a million pieces and throwing everybody into the sea. Days later, I woke up face down on the beach of this very place to the sounds of a man calling out to me, "Nerys Garius, wake up! Nerys Garius, wake up, please!" I opened my eyes to see a tall, dark, skinny man standing over me. I jumped up in fear and yelled at the man, Get away, you monster! Get away!" The man yelled back, "Please, Nerys Garius, calm down. It's me, Angahar. Don't you remember me?" I took one more step back, only to trip over a rock that was covered in sand. Angahar walked up to me and put out his hand and helped me to my feet. I asked him, "Who are you talking about? Who is this Nerys Garius you keep talking about?" Angahar replied, That's your name, my queen." Dragon looked at Angahar with a lost look on her face as she said, "I got no idea what you are talking about, Angahar. My name is Dragon, and I must find out what happened to my father. So see you around." I don't think he liked me walking away from him. Angahar ran after Dragon as she walked down the beach. After a few hours of walking, Angahar yelled out to Dragon once more, "Dragon, is your father named Garrison?" I stopped and I turned to Angahar. "How do you know my father's name? Who the hell are you?" Once long ago, Dragon, there was people that looked over the land, keeping and protecting the peace, so all could live in the world without war or conflict. Your mother, Nerys Garrison, and I was out flying around her kingdom when something grabbed your mother's attention. So we flew over the land. She jumped off my back and began to walk down the lava-filled shore to see what was laying in the sand. But the wind started to pick up. The black sand lifted up off of the shoreline faster and faster every minute that passed, till I couldn't see anything but a wall of black smoke in front of my face. As the dark black smoke that filled the air settled, I stretched my wings out over the hot ash shore, only to see your mother's rusty black helmet and sword. The air was as hot as a fiery flame. I could see the steam rise off the pitch black rocks that were off in the distance. What is this place? I thought to myself, as I picked up your mother's rusty black helmet and sword in my mouth. Louise Garris, leader of the Dragon Riders of the Abyss and Queen of Dragontopia, was nowhere to be found. Wasn't sure where she was, or if she was still alive, but I looked for her. I looked for many years. I never found your mother. And this was no Dragontopia. But I was a survivalist, and wasn't about to let this get in my way of finding new hope in a new land. After 16 long years of walking this land in human form, looking for your mother, I find you, the one true queen of Dragontopia. Dragon Louise Garris is your true name, given to you by your mother 3 days after you were born. When your mother was lost forever, I knew I had to find you. I had to find your father and protect you. Dragon looked at Ingerhall. So you're telling me that you are actually a dragon that can take human form? And your mother may still, and my mother still be alive? May still be alive? Somewhere out there in a different world? Am I getting all this right? And I'm some queen of dragons? On top of all this, a evil sea god is out to kill me for my power that I didn't even know I had. Ingerhall tried to agree with her, but soon cut off by the sight of a man being washed to shore. Dragon saw that it was her father and quickly ran over to his side. Father, please wake up. Ingerhall walked over to them and said, He is not dead, Dragon. He is only in a deep sleep. I smell the work of strong magic here. We must go now, Ingerhall said, as he quickly transformed into his true form and grabbed Dragon's father up in one hand and grabbed Dragon in the other and took off into the sky. I can still feel the clammy claws on my skin. Ugh. As he said, I will slay your father's enemies and look for your mother and protect the greatest aspects till my last breath and drop of blood is taken from my soul, till he returns from his eternal slumber of dreams. Sinigarian, sleep well. I will find a way to save you from this evil magic. I opened my eyes as the night turned into morning, and the sun peeked out over the mountains and came into view. My head was resting on Ingerhall's tail, as his silky long black wings covered me like a blanket. I looked over at my father with a tear in my eye, still confused and uncertain of what was going on. Ingerhall quickly jumped up and transformed into his human form. when he heard a rustling noise coming from the bushes. I scrambled to my feet and hid behind Inglehall as 6 young women came into view in front of us. 3 of the women had white hair, but one had a peculiar looking mask covering her face, with a slightly shorter one behind her that was quite shy looking. As they came closer into view, I saw that there was a very short little woman that looked half wolf. Inglehall began to tense up as one of the women held up their hands and yelled, "We come in peace, we mean you no harm." "Who are you?" Inglehall yelled back, as a huge prehistoric looking red and black reptile shadow jumped out of nowhere and destroyed everything in the camp. As the smoke cleared, Inglehall noticed that we all had the same bone-like tattoo on our backs and necks. Inglehall knew at that moment the siblings of the Dragon Riders was finally reunited, and it was time for them to learn of their true nature. Inglehall grabbed up my father and flew off into the sun, yelling, Dragon Riders of the Abyss, go forth, defeat your enemies, and save your kind. Find your dragons, and they will explain everything." The 7 of us looked up at Inglehall and my father as they flew out of sight. This was the beginning of our journey. It's been an incredible journey so far. There's been kind of a twist of events. That was a good story. The food should be good now. Well, now you know how I became to this land. And how us Dragon Riders got together. Yum. Tasty bird treats. They pop in your mouth as you crunch them. One day, maybe I'll figure out what all that was and means. Huh. Where did you come from, my friend? I don't remember you being here when I came out with the fire. Oh, hey, Ixor. Did you come to say hello? Here, have a treat. Yes. Yes, Buddy is on the house. No eating my hat. I told you about that. Hello, guys. How are you all today? You guys are getting quite strong. There's many more stories that we've been through since we've been in the land. I must go tame me another griffin. Guardian was a great friend. But we ran into some crazy beasts. They had long hairs, just like Inglehall's. Their wings was white as snow. They didn't like us passing into their territory, and because of that, they snatched Guardians out from under me. There was a fierce battle. But Guardian didn't live, unfortunately. He will be missed. He, he was beloved. I loved him so much. But we must continue on. Fighting. Continuing our quest. I must find out what Inglehart was talking about. Dragon riders? How am I a dragon rider? Healing dragons. Thanks for talking to me. It's been crazy ever since I came to this land. Ever since I walked up on that shore, I've been able to hear the voices of Ikasar, and this mighty beast here. Ah, you want a treat? Yes. Here you are, my friend. Ah, you liked that, didn't you, buddy? No drawing on my hat. I've told you guys that 1,000,000 times. You don't have no treats? Here, take some of mine. Yeah, you like that, don't you, buddy? Good boy. Having a berry snack always. Yes, I love you too. Let's make sure the armor is fixed. Looks like it's kinda got a bit of breakage here. One battle after another. Them griffins, man. They're so terrible. Yeah, no staring at my bone tattoo. What you guys looking at in chat? Never seen a bone tattoo on a good looking lady before? Can't see. I have became quite beautiful in my older age now. It's been quite a few years since I got washed up on this beach. It's almost my 21st birthday. Could you imagine that? Been 2 whole years in this god-awful place. I learned a lot. I've seen many unusual creatures. I think the worst part about it all is I can't tell my father this incredible adventure that I've been on. I think he would be proud of me. Oh, my armor, you say? Where did I get it from? Inglehart. I woke up in it. I guess he made it for me and put it on my body while I was sleeping. Cause I was kind of naked when I washed up on the beach. I don't think he was going for that look. Let's see if we can capture a griffin. Rising through the sky on the back of my trusty bird. Into the sky we go. It's gonna be a bit tricky by myself, but I think we can do it. See if we can scout us out a good looking one. about this fine specimen over here? Oh, that's a small baby one. We need something just a little bit bigger than that, for sure. I had a huge, awesome looking one earlier today. But you know me, drinking too many Naka brews knocked me right out in the middle of taming it. I really need to not do that. Wow! What's that over there behind them rocks? It kind of looks like Inglehall. No, it can't be. When Larry Morse was alive, he told me these three-headed guys were called Triceratops. Shh. We better tiptoe. We don't want to enrage any of these wild, crazy-looking beasts. Earlier, Larry Morse decided that he wanted to go down into that cave, only to find that a lot more of those scary lizard flying thingies were in there. Green and blue and red and black ones. All around. He decided to bite the wrong one. I went flying off of his back, hit my head against the wall. When I woke up, all I saw was his corpse, laying there on the ground. A terrible thing. I cried a bit of tears for Larry Moore. He was a great companion and friend. He was my rock drake. We had good times together. I do not see where that wild beast that looks like Kingahar went. Could it have been him? Oh, I see these triceratops looking things. Wow, the fog is rolling in. Look, a bridge. We should go see what's on the other side. More of these triceratops looking creatures. This one has an armor plate. And that one over there looks like some kind of mechanical beast. Wow, that view is incredible. Couldn't see views like this in my hometown. The smog usually overset the harbor. Wow, look at the statues down there. I hope they are statues and not giant beasts that will come alive when you walk through them. I read in this book one time, it was called The Never-Ending Story. They had these statues, and when you tried to walk past them and you didn't believe in yourself, you didn't believe that you had the power, the courage to go on, their eyes would open and just obliterate you. I don't think I want to take my chances and find out that's the same case with those statues. There's a lot of crystal here. Can't see anything in this dense fog. Look, another one of those weird robotic looking dino things. I don't want to get too close. It may bite. Go across the canyon. This is probably not the coolest thing to do right about now while I'm solo. We're only going to peek. Don't be too loud. We may wake them up. Wow. This place looks incredible. Long black walls of steel bars. There! Down there! Look! It's one of those winged beasts again. I don't think they would be very happy if they saw me. Look down there, a nest. Surrounded by a whole bunch of bad stuff. Bad stuff. The green ones are the worst. If I can get out before that green one got to me, anywhere close to me, I would be safe. But if the green one sees me, I'm gonna. He'll one-shot me. They are some very old. Oh, they're all poison? Wow. That's incredible markings. Snatching one of the eggs is the most stupidest thing in the world right now. I got a better idea. Let's go take the lobster eggs. That's probably the stupidest idea in the world too, but I have a 75 out of 100 chance of getting out of them with these guys behind me. Like I said, we were only looking. One day, I will be riding one of those magnificent creatures. I will befriend them. One day. But my fellow friend says I'm not ready yet. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. We don't want to get snuck up on. Look over there. I see one. He flew down. Oh, he tried to get me. That's why he tried to get me. There's a nest right here. Can't see the logo. Just a baby. Look at all the magnificent creatures down there. Level 73. Well, good thing you missed me. Wish me luck. This is like the most stupidest thing I've ever done. Ah! Slam action! Where's the mainland? Yes, guys, we did it! They were trying to dive bomb me earlier. One step closer to getting a wyvern. Yes! The mighty dragon has snatched the evil monster's egg. Onward to the house. We must We must hatch thy tame. And keep bunny just in case it's the mama following me home, you know. Woo. What an adventure today. Get eaten by poison? Oh. My friend, you have gotten stronger. I have avenged Laymore. It was an incredible find. It was like finding gold. By the way, thank you for watching and tuning in and all the follows and likes and retweets of the stream. I really appreciate it. We are role playing on the Dragonpunk Season 2 role playing. If you hadn't checked Dragonpunk out, it's an incredibly awesome community, and you should stop by and get a try. You can go to the Twitter at Dragon Gaming, at Dragon Gaming, Dragonpunk Gaming. I mean, at Dragonpunk Gaming. Too many dragon words. Sorry about that. I think we're at a safe distance we can get on west now. Level 227. I think that's max level. That's awesome. Yeah, stop by and miss the city too. Oh, what do we have here? Black Moon. Huh. Got this open little greenhouse going here. Awesome, awesome. Doesn't look like anybody's home, so I'm not gonna stop by. We must get back to our home anyway. We must go smack a bee's nest. I'll show you guys the proper way to smack a bee's nest. Set your boat on passive. You set up a bed. You smack the bee's nest. And you exit the bed. Because you never get away from the bees. If you're just joining us, we are playing on the Dragonpunk Season 2 role playing. And we just went on an epic adventure. We had a story by the campfire. We learned about my past. And then we went on an amazing adventure. We looked at some incredibly winged beasts. One kind of reminded me of Eaglehawk. a shapeshifter dragon in it. It's crazy how when it fogs, the graphics go completely kaplunk. We'll put this rock drake up, and then we will go get us some honey for our nanny. I wonder if the others are going to wake up. They love to sleep in. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I'm having a glorious day. Campfire food, snatching rock drake eggs. Sounds like a fun time. Whee! Hey Luna. Yeah, let's safely put you in here. We got a few other ones, but we don't have any venom. And no honey for the nanny. Great. Can I make the grappling hooks? No, I cannot. That would be a problem. Guess we have to go farming first. Now that we put the egg up, we'll be safe. Go down here, farm some up so we can level up and get the grappling hooks still on. I know what will level us up. Where's my base at? Oh, here. We can continue to work on the greenhouse that I started. Scoot was helping me. She loves to play with the crystal. They're shiny. Scoot likes anything shiny. But Scoot's favorite thing to do is to paint faces. I returned the favor one night. It was great. Figure out how to get a top on this. I do believe we need some more crystal. Take the inky out and get some crystal. Whoa there. Actually, come here. You have a good rest. Come here, file. Let's go farming. Yeah, I see you have been working out. Oh, that's a boy. Yeah, you like being scratched behind the ears, don't you? Come on, let's go on patrol. So there's no enemies that can follow our base. You know, math. Ooh, that's a high level enemy though. You showed them with fire. Ooh, a roly-poly-oly. Fire. Get him. Good job, Fire. Hey. Never too good energy to make fertilizer. Come now with Fire. Great base defense. I'll walk on your bridge. Oh, with fire. Wow. I kinda wanna tame that. What is combat tame? I don't know if we can take that with fire. We could try. I always want a picture of X in my face. Bye bye! Swing around the reptile. Swing around the reptile. Oh, he's pretty hard. Swing around the tree. Let's play swing around the tree, guys. Get him with fire. You can do it. You got this, buddy. I believe in you. Yes! You did it, buddy! You deserve a snack. You deserve a prime snack. Let's fix your health up. Good job, buddy. Awesome incredibleness. River Fire just killed a mighty 187 Rex. They could have possibly walked over to our base and said yum yum on our animals. That's a good thing I took care of that. Patch him on up here. What was that warning? Was it something about the truck? Your sleeping bag was destroyed. Where do we have a sleeping bag at? Well, we accomplished our goal. Turn on the grappling hook. Let's go check the top base, because I don't... That sounded like there was a detection up there. Sounds like the alarm went off at the top our top base. I must go investigate. Come now, Whipfire. We must hurry. Oh, look at the baby Demogorgons. You have a good rest, Whipfire. Papa said we must go check on things. Quite puzzling why an alarm would be going off. Everything looks to be perfect. Is everything okay right now? Okay. Everything is fine. Just a false alarm. Alright, let's make some grappling hooks. Ingots, huh? That's okay, we just have to cook some. that to cook. Ah, the Dragonpunk Blue. It's maybe I should drink some white wine to quick out the effects of the knockoberry blue. Making me quite tipsy and stuff. Ah, we should put the storybook back before we lose it. I really wish the storybooks could have like titles when you go over them, like where it says journal consumable. Like when you put a title in a book, it said the Adventures of Dragon Riders of the Abyss. That would be like totally cool. Be a cool feature. Oh, this might be the back door. It's about nighttime anyway. I love taking screenshots. Gotta cherish the moment. We need at least 10 hooks. Actually, 5 should do for now. We'll wait for that to cook. Hey, buddy. How are you? Should we be safe now? Wait. Daylight here. And then I know the perfect place to go snatch some honey. how is everybody today? Is everybody having a wonderful day? I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Having an incredible day today. Need some like Japanese music while we wait. Keep making one like this, we'll make it to 10 in no time. Let's see, we need some other stuff too for the greenhouse. We need like the large crock pots. Now our goal is to get some honey so we can hatch our rock drake. Look now, look now. I told you guys. You need to use the bathroom, go in the grass. You should definitely not be going in the grass there. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Thank you very much. We're very appreciative. Thank you, Drago. Well, I hope I said that wrong. Dolphin? Pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I am truly bad with names. But thank you for the follow, my friend. Truly appreciative. We're just waiting for daylight here. Wait for a little daylight. Then we can continue on our journey to find some honey. I think this is a marvelous time to take like a 5-second break. So I'm gonna put on some music right fast and go put my bee right backside, give me some water while we wait for it to turn daylight into game, and then I will return and we'll go grab some honey out of the tree. So I will be back in a minute, guys. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the music while I'm gone. back. Let's see if it's daylight yet. It's about there, it's about there. 2 clicks off the other side. The sky is so pretty on this beautiful land. I can sit here and stare for hours. But I still don't get why they have this real glowing light in the distance. Is this some kind of a sign? Is this a sign of something about to happen? Is this a sign of an evil? I have no clue. No clue at all. It is weird how it has this loop. It's almost like I'm living in a vast reality. Like another dimension. Wow, look at the flickering green lights over the skyline. Amazing. The colors of the night sky. The reds and blues and purples. Off blues. See what the rest of the ingots already, so we can make us a better weapon. Pike or something. Actually, I think I already got one that was made up. It's making... We should grab a mighty sword. Grab a mighty sword and make them some more grappling hooks here, because we're gonna go climb a tree and get some honey. May not be there. Oh, my dogs want to say hi. Hi, doggies. Ah, the morning clouds, pinkish and as can be. Can't never find anything on these parts. Alright. We don't know how to make a pike. I don't think. Oh, we do. We do know how to make a pike, but unfortunately it's not in Ingram's. And this is a new workbench. We'll have to figure that one out later. We really don't need a pike. We got a sword. Speaking of swords. Ah, look at that dull blade. We must sharpen it. Let's sharpen thy blade. Sharpen thy blade to something a little bit more bling to its dial. Aha! That shall do. Maybe I will make me something to go along with my sword. Maybe I should make me a mighty shield. We need a lot more metal. No, that's not gonna do it. Well then, we'll put that there. We'll save that for later. Let's set up grappling hooks. This. Don't need to make a Rex on. Blood pack, huh? Black crystal Bible hair. Well, like everybody gonna get haircuts soon. Come now, let's go get some mighty honey. Oh, forgot one thing. Never leave home without your sleeping bag. Ah, a drip in the pool. So refreshing. Should took my arm off though. Never leave home without your sleeping bag. Gobble, gobble, gobble. I should really learn how to hold my breath better. Now I think we're ready. Onward to get that honey for the nanny, so we can raise our rock drake. More huckleberry food. Yum. Yum. I should not really not drink these or eat these while I'm flying. This could really end bad. But they're so tasty. I can't get rid of the yummy goodness of some knockerberry brew. Oh, this is such a pretty view. While out here, we should look for that macaw boat too. There's rumors that say there's a mysterious boat that flies these lands. It looks like a rainbow. In the sun, it shades of many colors. Let's check my handwritten map. Yep, looks like we'll go in the right direction. Ah, look ahead. There we are. The beautiful city. Beautiful city. Ah, the sweet sound. Look, there's a mysterious creature over there in the winds. Wow, look, some more than tech-looking, robotic-looking creatures. Hey, and look, this one has a rock-shaped head. Won't want to get smacked by that. Whoa! Hi. I don't want any, but I do want to look and see what your level is. I don't like you, beast. I'm coming to kill you. I'll bite you in the butt. Whoops! No, thank you. I don't want any. Hit and run. Oh! Well, okay, you have friends. Look at that. Look at him, teaming up with a pack of aloes. That's just totally unacceptable. You win today, mighty beast. But tomorrow, I will get the last laugh. That's definitely sure. Yeah, laugh underneath your breath. We'll see who gets the last laugh. You just wait. Maybe he will if I don't let you rest, huh? Just down here and rest for a second. Yeah, since when does our exes team up with aloes? Oh, I got a feeling he's coming to say hi. Maybe I should have bit him in the butt. You don't got wings, do you? Oh. Not so big without your pals, are ya? You're not so mighty without your pals helping you out, huh? Oh, just not get under his mouth. That's right. I win, mighty beast. Where's those aloes at? Oh, it didn't drop me a bag. Did you pick it up, my friend? We showed that beast. Who has the last laugh now? Ha 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 ha. I didn't even fall asleep on the knockaberry brew I drank on the way here. Yes, you picked it up. Here you go, my fine friend. We shall give you a treat for that hard work. Now, where were we? On our way to... I wonder, are they a passive team? I wonder if they are a combat team. I would love to give you a pack of those. Ooh, they're pretty high level too. I just stay above them. I don't want to tame the Paradon. Well, they're going to help me out on that. But I do want to tame you guys. Ah, yes. Eat, my babies, eat. Ah, yes. This would be a great catch if I get all three of them. Shit. I hope they can climb. Don't look like they can. It will be incredible if I can tame these mighty beasts. Those are nice levels too. Those ain't bad levels. There's a mighty beast down there. It must be clearly quiet. Trying to tame these aloes. We're in pursuit for honeys. And we came across these mighty beasts. A Tyrannosaurus Rex tried to eat us, so we ate him. And now we're trying to tame these three. Then after we tame these three, we will go get some honey. Because these guys will help us get our honey. Because when I get covered in bees, they'll eat the bees off of me. Be fantastic. Well, one's happy to be my friend. Gotta get the other two happy to be my friend. Well, two of them are happy to be my friend. Tell the one happy to be my friend. Then we go give him a pet. Show him how much we love him. Things you had to do to make friends in Ark with the dinos. What's this you say? It's a immersive taming mod. I really love the incredible way it is interacted in taming. No, I'm really hoping that 194 becomes happy before the other two gets tamed. Maybe if a Casco if two got tamed and the third one attacked them. But they start out like feeling you, and you feed them, and then they get this blue on them, which shows them that they're about starting to trust you. I need all three of them to trust each other too. Come on, there we go. See, when they consider me a friend, they will start coming to me when they need care. not sure if that 194 likes me or not yet. I can't tell because they got the pack buff on. I wish when the pack, when they were getting tamed, that the pack buff just got turned off. You know, so you could tell if the author are friendly to you or what. Alright, they don't consider me a puddle anymore. That's good. Taming's going good, going good. So we can see how far along they are. Well, at least they consider me a friend now. And we got some major players. Now we'll be able to make these, get some high level eggs and mate them again, and get some more high level eggs. There'll be great battle things for Ascendant. Well, these narco berries, man, they're the best. Yum yum. Yum yum. Oh, I just do. I'm hoping the two high levels are male and female. Can't really tell. Oh yes. Yes they are. That's awesome. They will make a great pair to breed. Let's go meet our new friends. Now that we can. Hey, buddy.